going on, girls? Everybody doing alright today? Be a day. Hey! I'll probably
After
do
the
it
end
later.
of World War II, the world was split into two, East and West. This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War.
Just tell me if it's too loud or something.
Flying over Pakistan, altitude 30,000 feet.
Approaching Soviet airspace.
20 minutes to drop off.
Commencing internal depressurization. Equipment check. Arm main parachute.
All right.
Nice.
Ready to go.
Drop zone still showing a high pressure mass.
I bought this
Yeah,
game
okay.
again on the PS3
Good.
because
We've got
I
high
really
visibility.
like this game.
Put out that cigar. Connecting oxygen hose to interior connector. Put on your mask. Does this panty waist know what he's doing?
Yeah. I don't have the hookups on my
Approaching
PS3.
release point.
10 minutes to drop off.
Hey! Are you deaf?
He said put out the cigar and put on your mask.
Depressurization complete.
Checking oxygen supply.
6 minutes to drop off. Opening rear hatch.
Sunrise.
Turn it down just a tad.
External temperature minus 46 degrees Celsius. 2 minutes to drop off. Stand up.
You'll be falling at 130 miles per hour. Try not to get frostbite from the wind chill.
1 minute to drop off. Move to the rear.
Activate bailout funnel.
This is one for the history books. The world's first halo jump.
10 seconds to drop off. Stand by. Status okay. All green.
Prepare for drop-off. Countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Spread your wings.
And fly. God be with you.
Yeah, I know. So far, every game that I've played on it has... It doesn't bother me that much.
Jack, I've got some important news. The head of the CIA has finally given us the green light for the virtuous mission.
Virtual mission?
No, the virtuous mission. The future of our Fox unit depends on it. If it succeeds, we'll be officially organized into a unit.
Virtuous mission? Sounds like some kind of initiation ritual.
You know, don't get cocky. This isn't a training op.
Right. So what exactly is this wonderful mission?
Well, about 2 years ago, a certain Soviet scientist requested asylum in the West through one of our moles. His name is Nikolai Stepanovich Sokolov. He's head of the OKB-754 Design Bureau, one of the Soviets' top-secret weapon research facilities, and the East's foremost expert on weapons development.
Sokolov? Isn't he that famous rocket scientist?
The very same. On April the 12th, 1961, the Soviets achieved the first manned spaceflight in history.
The Earth was blue, but there was no God.
Well spoken. The rocket that carried Yuri Gagarin into orbit was the A-1, known as the Vostok rocket. Sokolov is said to be the man most responsible for the multi-engine cluster used in that rocket. After Gagarin's flight, Sokolov left rocket development to become the head of the newly established Design Bureau.
From a lowly technician to head of a design bureau, that's quite a success story, so why do you want to defect?
It seems he'd become afraid of his own creations.
Afraid?
Call it a crisis of conscience.
And for that, he left his country and his family behind and went over the fence?
Not exactly. One of his conditions was that his family was also to be taken safely to the West. We used a mole to get the family out first and succeeded in sneaking Sokolov over the Berlin Wall shortly afterwards. I was the one who conducted the operation.
The security on the eastern side was still full of holes back then. Then what?
We got Sokolov over in one piece, but the whole ordeal had left him exhausted, and we checked him into a hospital in West Berlin. It took him 2 weeks and more than 600 miles to get from the research facility in the Soviet Union to Berlin. He was in no condition to say anything coherent. And it was only a week later that we had something much bigger on our hands.
The Cuban Missile Crisis.
October the 16th, 1962, President Kennedy received word that the Soviets were in the process of deploying intermediate-range ballistic missiles in Cuba. The President demanded that the Soviets dismantle and remove the missiles. At the same time, he announced a naval blockade to prevent further missile shipments from reaching Cuba.
God, I don't know.
But the Soviets didn't back down, instead placing their armed forces on secondary alert. Soviet transport ships carrying missiles continued on course towards Cuba. US and Soviet forces went on alert for an all-out nuclear war. Frantic negotiations were conducted through the UN's Emergency Security Council and unofficial channels to end the hair-trigger standoff. Finally, on October the 28th, the Soviet Union agreed to remove its missiles from Cuba. And so the world avoided a nuclear holocaust. But in order to get the Soviets to pull their missiles out, we had to make a deal.
You mean the one where the US agreed to remove its IRBMs from Turkey?
No. The Jupiter IRBMs deployed in Turkey were obsolete, and we were going to get rid of them anyway. They had no strategic value whatsoever to either the US or the Russians. The Turkey deal was a ruse, a cover story that was fed to the other intelligence agencies around the world.
So what did the Russians really want?
Sokolov. They wanted us to return Sokolov.
You mean the Soviets pulled out of Cuba just to get their hands on Sokolov?
That's right.
What the hell was he working on?
At the time, we had no idea. We were running out of time. It was either give up Sokolov or risk full-scale nuclear war. In the end, we had no choice. President Kennedy gave in to Khrushchev's demand. The next day, I got Sokolov out of the hospital, handing him over to agents on the eastern side. Sokolov kept on screaming, "Save me," until he disappeared from my sight. Then, a month ago, we received some new information from one of our moles.
About Sokolov?
Yes. He was taken back to the research facility and forced to continue working on the weapon in question under KGB supervision. What's more, it's on the verge of completion.
So what kind of weapon is it?
Damn.
Something to do with space rockets?
No, missiles.
Same technology.
I guess you're right. We don't know the details, but it appears to be a new kind of nuclear device. For half a year now, the Soviets have been conducting frequent nuclear tests at Semipalatinsk.
Something to do with the weapon, I assume.
We're talking about a secret weapon so big that Khrushchev was ready to pull out of Cuba to get it back.
Is Sokolov still in the facility?
No, according to our intelligence, he's in Selino-Yarsk, a place in the mountains about 3 miles to the west that's known as the Virgin Cliffs.
The Virgin Cliffs. Nice name for a virtuous mission.
They moved him there just recently.
Why?
Apparently, they're conducting a field test of the weapon, but it's our best chance to get him back. This mission would never have been possible if he was still in the research facility. This
Yeah,
is our
I
last
know.
chance. Sokolov must have known that too.
There's so many fucking cutscenes in this game. But the game's so good though, man. I really love this game.
Listen up, Jack. Your mission is to infiltrate Selino-Yarsk in the Soviet mountains, ensure the safety of Sokolov, and bring him back to the west. If we don't get Sokolov back before that weapon is complete, we'll be facing a major crisis. The clock is ticking. Once we've confirmed the rescue of Sokolov, stand by at the recovery point. A recovery balloon will be dropped at that point. Helium will be pumped into the balloon to inflate it. The process takes about 20 minutes. Once it's complete, the gunship's arm will latch onto the balloon and pull it up.
The Fulton surface-to-air recovery system. I'm familiar with the theory.
Take it easy. It's been combat-proof.
Yeah, fuck it. We'll skip it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Alright. I'm probably gonna...
You're already in enemy territory, and somebody might be...
I'm gonna skip some of these, calls. That's cool. But some of these calls really take a while. Oh my
Can you
God.
hear me, Major?
Man, I just want to play, to be honest with you. Like this one takes forever, man. Even skipping it.
Snake.
Alright. Well, this is Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, and I hope you guys enjoy, because I really do enjoy this game. It's been, say, about a year and a half since I played this game. Wrong button. So I may be a bit rusty. A bit.
Major, I've spotted 2 enemy soldiers.
They're probably KGB troops sent to guard Sokolov.
AK-47s. And
Hey.
Snake, your presence in Soviet territory is already a violation of international law. We can't let the Kremlin find out that the CIA and the American government are involved. Contact with the enemy is strictly prohibited. Don't engage them in battle either. This is a stealth mission. Got that?
Well,
The Major is right. The point of this mission is to sneak through the jungle without being seen. The success of the mission depends on how well you use your camouflage. Change your...
oh, here's where they give the camouflage tutorial speech. Oh. Oh, get up. Got him. Yo, stand up, bro. Don't come up. Choke him like a real man. I'm a real boy. I just... Hopefully we don't get seen right here. Oh wait, nope, nope, nope. Oh, there's nothing there. Oh man, this game's gonna be hard enough as it is, so. Oh, come on. Oh. Oh, well, he just fell off. Well then, that worked out pretty good. Oh, here I go to. What button is it, B? Oh, that's not the button either. Well, death number 1. Yeah. I just wait till I get in the later game, dude, and start dying regularly. Okay. Oh.
Who's that?
Okay, so it's not trying. Oh, why'd it do that? Oh, come on, man. What button is climb? Hold up. Nah. Nah. Okay, damn. Oh! Okay, hence that button. Figured it out. I figured it out, guys, don't worry. We have figured it out. Okay.
Major, I've reached the abandoned factory where Sokolov is supposedly being held. This place is a dump.
Place is a dump.
I can't see Sokolov from here. The security is pretty tight. There are sentries posted around the perimeter. I wonder how many are inside.
Your objective, Sokolov, is inside the factory. They should be holding him in a room in the northeast section.
Northeast section. Got it.
Be careful. Your mission is to bring Sokolov back alive. He must not be exposed to any kind of danger. Do not approach Sokolov while in the alert phase.
Right.
Oh, and one more thing, Snake.
You mean there's more?
No, it's just that when you get to Sokolov, I want you to tell him something from me.
And that is?
Sorry for being so late.
Is that all?
Yes.
Understood. Beginning my approach to the target.
Okay. Go get this dude.
What the?
Didn't see none, boy. Lay down and go to sleep. What's up, Fat Zach? How's it going, man? This is a dude on the road. Balls itch. I feel you, man. I feel you.
Huh? Who was that? Who's that?
What? Oh, come on. Nope. Nope. Oh, no, we got me. Damn, stay down. How you deal with them right there? Damn, that was right. I did. Already shot it once.
You must be Sokolov.
Are you one of Volgin's men? You'll never get it from me.
No. I'm a CIA agent.
He's a member of the Army's extremist faction, a man who seeks to seize control of the motherland. Ever since the Cuban Missile Crisis 2 years ago, Khrushchev has been pursuing a policy of peaceful coexistence with the West. Despite resistance and criticism from hawks in the army and the provincial authorities, Khrushchev has managed to suppress the opposition so far. But the failure of his agricultural policies has put him in a precarious position. And on top of that, the tragedy last November.
President Kennedy's assassination.
Precisely. In a sense, Khrushchev has lost his biggest partner, and his power base is rapidly crumbling away. A certain group is plotting to use this opportunity to seize power by rallying the anti-government forces, overthrowing Khrushchev, and installing Brezhnev and Kosygin in his place. The mastermind behind this plot is Colonel Volgin of the GRU. He has control over another secret weapons research facility much like this one, OKB-812, known as the Granin Design Bureau, and is using it to further his plans. But that is not enough to satisfy him. Now he's plotting to seize the secret weapon I have been developing here and use it as leverage in his bid for power.
Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pain. I've played it. It's pretty long,
though.
dude.
To make their move during the test.
Then, the soldiers outside.
I have about 65 hours
This is
into it, and
Snake.
I'm like halfway done. I wouldn't even say I'm halfway. I'm probably about 40, like 40%. 65 hours. Hello, Blocks. How are you, man? That's good to hear, man.
Freeze!
Damn, we're surrounded.
So this is the legendary boss.
Huh?
Huh? We meet at last.
He's got his Makarov.
You're from the Ocelot unit of Spetsnaz. What's a GRU soldier doing here?
Soldier?
He's the Ocelot commander.
Ha! That's Major Ocelot to you. And don't you forget it.
Nah, Makarov is
Sokolov is ours.
forgot what it's chambered
Get out
in.
of here.
And Ocelot never lets his prey escape.
What?
Ocelot is a small caliber. A 380 auto or a 9x18mm Makarov round.
I can't say it feels good to kill a comrade, Even if it is for the Gru.
Sokolov, take cover.
Huh. You're not the boss, are you?
Crew operatives!
Yeah,
What is that
Down, but-
stance?
27 or 18.
That gun. If you're not the boss, then die.
Major! Leave it! Shoot the other one! Whoa!
Oh, he means business. He's holding it sideways. Impossible.
You ejected the first bullet by hand, didn't you? I see what you were trying to do. But testing a technique you've only heard about in the middle of battle wasn't very smart. You were asking to have your gun jam on you. Besides, I don't think you're cut out for an automatic in the first place. You tend to twist your elbow to absorb the recoil. That's more of a revolver technique.
You filthy American dog!
But that was some fancy shooting. You're pretty good.
Pretty good.
This game, man. This game.
Major, do you read me?
I read you. Snake, you alright?
I've run into a few snags.
You're pretty. Alright guys, I'm oh shit.
Snake, those
Saving the game, Snake?
Alright, Fast, if you want to take over, man, you can. I gotta do some stuff really fast. But, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed the first episode of Metal Gear Solid 3. There will be more, I hope. And, once again, thank you, Retro Old School, for letting me stream on your channel. Everybody, hope you guys have a good night. See you guys.